Is this the woman that is single-handedly destroying the reputation of the biggest animation studio in Japan? The news broke out that Disney is getting kicked out from a Japanese studio for telling a passport bro to sort their out. So let me explain. First of all, passport bros. For those of you who were lucky enough to escape those weird TikTok flex videos, passport bros refer to men who go to other countries in hopes of marrying a traditional woman.
I can cook, I can clean.
See, this is why I came to Thailand. See, in the United States, women don't cook and clean. All they do is complain.
Look, I'm glad that this dude is happy and everything, but if you've only met women who complain in the US, I think you might have been the problem. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. Koji Hoshino, looking super happy here, stepped down as the CEO of Studio Ghibli this March. Studio Ghibli produced mega hit movies like Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, and just like how there are adults obsessed with Disney in the West, as I explained in this video, Ghibli is like the second religion to many people in Japan because many Japanese kids grew up watching their work. Hoshino used to be the president of Walt Disney Japan, and even during his Disney days, he was partnering with Ghibli to sell their work worldwide. So he's the guy that helped Ghibli become known globally. And Hoshino's getting kicked out and replaced by Toshio Suzuki, all because he finally grew a backbone and told the 74-year-old Suzuki, the producer and co-founder of Studio Ghibli, to stop using Studio Ghibli's money on his women. Yes, you heard it right. Since 2013 or so, Suzuki fell heads over heels for a Thai single mother called Kanyada May Pratan, who was visiting Japan to study Japanese. After returning to Thailand, Suzuki gave her money to open her own spa, restaurant, and so on, so that this single mother could be self-sufficient. But none of the ventures lasted long. At this point, Suzuki was still using his own money, so it was okay. But in 2018, Studio Ghibli opened its official restaurant in Bangkok, where Kanyada was appointed as the manager. But even with the brand recognition of Ghibli and Thailand overall liking Japanese animation, the restaurant only lasted 1 year. Meanwhile, Moomin Cafe is still open and going strong in Bangkok. Okay, are you seriously gonna tell me that this?
It's the special ones you love more than anything.
Attracts more customers than this? Suzuki then hired her as the official Ghibli photographer and even published a photo book, despite her having no prior experience in photography. You could tell that Suzuki is a brilliant producer because he managed to sell the photo book using the tagline that goes, "See Ghibli once again from the viewpoint of a child that adults have forgotten." That's one way of explaining why the photos were taken using an iPhone. According to the tabloids, Kanyada's travel and living expenses in Japan were paid for by Studio Ghibli under the guise of working with Suzuki. Some Studio Ghibli employees reported having to carry out chores for Kanyada under Suzuki's orders. Look, animators aren't known to be paid well. Imagine working as a poor animator for Ghibli and then having to do chores for your boss's younger lover. It would have been bearable if she at least looked like any of the Ghibli villains. Worse yet, Suzuki even used illustrations drawn by Kanyada as the official art for Studio Ghibli exhibition. I don't think it's that bad, but I'll be super pissed off if I were a Ghibli animator. And an old Japanese man falling in love with a young Southeast Asian woman is a tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time.
This can't be good for the morale of Ghibli employees. This one online comment in relation to this scandal asked, "Why is it that when Japanese men get older, they start to go for women in Southeast Asia, such as Thailand or Philippines?" To which someone replied, "It's because these women are compassionate, kind, and accept the traditional Japanese values from the 60s of male superiority and female inferiority. Now, Suzuki has denied all these tabloid allegations, saying that they're all lies, but it's really sus how the studio is hiring a woman with no photography experience, and is even holding a book signing session. And to make things worse, they're having a photo exhibition of Kanyada in April under the Ghibli brand name at a hot spring resort. So because I'm pure, innocent, and perfect, I'm not gonna make any assumptions, but some people may see this and assume that Suzuki is holding this exhibition because he just wanted to go to the hot springs with Kanyada. Cause why else would you hold a photo exhibition at a hot spring resort? It makes no sense! The only other time I've seen someone get hired for a prominent position without having had any proper experience is Donald Trump being hired as the president of the US. And we all know how everyone was happy with that decision, right? Back to Ghibli. So they're planning to release a new movie this July called How Do You Live? But according to the book written by Suzuki called Kanyada from the Tropical Island, man, this dude has zero intention of hiding his affair. So in this book, there's a passage that goes, the protagonist of a new film is going to be a traditional woman. The director Hayao drew the protagonist by using Kanyada in a kimono as the model. So is Suzuki making Ghibli animators draw a character based on his lover? By the way, the Amazon reviews of this book have been savage. One review says, I don't get what's so good about Kanyada. People around her say that she's selfish and self-centered, and I completely agree. Youch. So here's the deal. Suzuki built Studio Ghibli, so I guess he can do whatever he wants with his brand. He can use the Totoro money and go to Thailand and meet his sexy mamacita, but you should not misappropriate company funds. And lastly, whether it's Kanyada, Amber Heard, or Meghan Markle we're talking about, I really wish that these women would publish a book on how they managed to capture the heart of a successful man. We don't give a damn about Prince Harry's frostbitten penis.
My penis was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatized.
But we want to know your techniques, your your romancing techniques. I didn't watch the latest Avatar 2 film because it was ridiculously long. But if Ghibli animated these how to get influential men and live the life of luxury techniques, I'll actually go watch it. Hell, I'll even buy the front row tickets for the premiere. Thanks for watching until the end. You guys were awesome! If you want to see more Studio Ghibli drama, you can check this video. And if you want to see a loser Japanese man get arrested at Tokyo Disneyland, you can check this video. This was your host, Dean from Japan, signing off. Take care.